Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Kazi here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday's New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. This week is packed with great stuff, lots of good books to talk about. I usually start off with the big two, but this week I've got to start with this guy. That's Hellboy in Hell #1 by one of my all-time favorite guys, Mike Mignola. Y'all know I love talking about Dark Horse, love talking about Mike Mignola. Been a lot of BPRD stuff out for a while, haven't seen much of Hellboy in a while. Make sure you get into your shop and pick this one up. Doesn't matter if you never read Hellboy, just jump in for the ride. It's super, super awesome. You're really going to dig that. Dark Horse also has a new Star Wars book out this week. Willow is your Whedonverse book of the week. Always great stuff from the Dark Horse guys. Big things going on from the Marvel camp these days. You also know I always love talking about the Avengers. That's Avengers #1. Also like talking about Jonathan Hickman, who's been doing Fantastic Four. Now he's doing the Avengers. This will be your core Avengers title. Cap's got a big old team going on. You can read my review in the newsletter this week. That's super awesome stuff. Also want to mention this guy. That's Thunderbolts #1. Thunderbolts is another book that I've liked for years and years, and now Marvel's put yet another new spin on that. Thunderbolts is super cool. Again, you can read the newsletter, check out our review on that one. Also out this week, all new X-Men #3. And you're saying to yourself, Cause, that book just came out last week. Yes, #2 was here last week. This is #3. Everybody knows Brian Michael Bendis is hugely prolific. This book is super fun. Pick up #1, pick up #2, pick up this week's #3. I'm sure you're going to dig on that. This guy is Amazing Spider-Man 699. Just a little bit of ways from #700. Most of you read 698. It ended with this super awesome reveal there that I won't spoil for you, but make sure you pick up 698, grab this week's 699, and get ready for #700. Always great stuff from the Marvel guys. Hawkeye's out this week, Punisher Warzone, X-Men, X-Factor is a book I like to talk about from Peter David. Iron Man and Deadpool are your other Marvel Now books. Great stuff from those guys. Biggest thing going on for DC is Death of the Family. This is Detective Comics #15 with one of these cool Joker cover fold-out dealios. Enough said on that. Everybody's already reading Death of the Family. If you're not, you just don't like comics very much. This guy is Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing and Animal Man have been two of the coolest sort of fringe DC New 52 books for a while. Strongly encourage everybody to pick up the trade paperback of Volume 1 for Swamp Thing. If you haven't read those already, catch up to the recent issue. Really good stuff. Like talking about Earth 2 and World's Finest that are both out this week. World's Finest stars the Huntress and Power Girl. Original Huntress is one of my all-time favorite characters. Really stoked to see her restored to her originality in the new universe. So if you haven't been reading World's Finest, catch up on that. I like talking about the diversity of genre in comics lately. I'll get a little more into that in just a minute, but I want to mention GI Combat. I know war's not all that popular these days, but war comics are very cool. A lot of folks have been getting into GI Combat. It's got Unknown Soldier backup stories, which are really cool. So make sure you check out that. This guy is Phantom Stranger. Another new hit from the DC New 52. Really stoked that you all picked up the Zero issue. I think it's been a really good book, and it seems to be catching on. If you're not following that, catch up on it. Dynamite. Love talking about Dynamite, getting back to that proliferation of genre thing. This guy is Lone Ranger. Been loving Lone Ranger for a long time. It's been a great series. Dynamite's been doing a really, really good job of that. 2 Lone Ranger books out this week. Want to jump to Boom and talk a little bit about science fiction. Check out how awesome that cover is. Planet of the Apes Cataclysm #3. These books are worth it just for the covers. They are so well done. And the book is also incredibly awesome. Love talking about the Valiant relaunch. They've been doing all kinds of super cool things. Shadow Man is your Valiant book this week. As you can see, all the publishers have some of their very, very best books going on this week. Get down to your local comic shop, pick up something super awesome. Love talking about the kids' books. Everybody knows I like The Simpsons. This is your Simpsons Winter Wingding. No matter where you live in the last couple of weeks, it feels a lot like winter where you're at, so get a chuckle out of that with The Simpsons. And of course, last and definitely not least is one of my favorites, Jughead's Double Digest. Love talking about Jughead, love talking about the great job that Archie does with their whole line of stuff. Everybody should have an Archie book on their list. There's of course a million other books out this week to talk about, but I don't want to take up all your time. So I'll just wrap it up for this week. Make sure you check out our newsletter to read other reviews and other comic news. Always cool, fun info going on there. That's all I got for you for this week. Check us out on Facebook, where you can leave comments about all your favorite titles that I may or may not have mentioned. Check us out at blackhatcomics.biz, where you can look at shipping lists, our top 10 from last week, update your subscription forms, all that good stuff. Or get on down here to Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.